Let's cut straight to the point. Right now, you're thinking about investing in DeFi, but there's one concern stopping you: the fear of heavy-handed government regulations or even government control over this space. And that hesitation is understandable. After all, when the government usually steps in, things can change overnight. But here's what most people don't realize: those fears could be binding you to one of the biggest financial opportunities of our generation. DeFi is more than just an investment trend. It's a shift that's fundamentally reshaping finance. And despite what you may have heard, government regulation doesn't spell doom for DeFi. In fact, it could be the very thing that brings more stability and legitimacy to the space. Stick with me for the next few minutes, and I'll show you why worrying about government regulation in the DeFi space is just irrelevant. I'll show you how the biggest players, banks, hedge funds, even tech giants are positioning themselves to profit massively despite regulatory uncertainty, and how you can do the same. The real risk isn't the government. The real risk is letting that concern keep you from diving into DeFi and missing out on this billionaire-backed opportunity. Hey friends, it's the DeFi Doctor here. I'm the head of education at the #1 DeFi educational platform in the world, Decentralized Masters. We've guided over 3,000 investors with a combined net worth of over $4 billion through the DeFi landscape. And all of these investors we've helped, well, they once were concerned about government regulations. But I told them the exact same thing I'm about to tell you. Government regulations might seem like a threat, but for DeFi, it's the opposite. Their regulation could help the space in an amazing way. The biggest risk? Missing out while others quietly position themselves for big DeFi profits. There's a reason smart investors are moving quickly on this industry. Now, let's tackle the key question. What's stopping the government from taking all of this over? It's a genuine concern. But here's the truth that most people don't understand. DeFi and cryptocurrencies are built on decentralization. And that means no single entity can simply take control. Not the government, not the FBI, not anyone. Decentralized means there is no control. Take a look at Bitcoin. It's spread across a network of over 15,000 nodes in 99 different countries. For any government to truly take over Bitcoin, they need to control more than 51% of these 15,000 nodes. That's not as simple as flipping a switch. This means they'd have to physically or digitally control over 7,500 nodes spanning across 99 countries. That would involve taking over diverse networks in countless locations. And that's just one crypto coin. If they wanted to control the whole of crypto and DeFi, well, there are roughly over 10,000 crypto coins in the marketplace. So right now, it looks almost impossible that the government could ever take over crypto. But it's totally possible when they introduce a rule or two in the crypto space. However, let's flip this around for a second. What if government interest in crypto isn't about crushing it? What if it's about helping set the stage for mass adoption? Well, that's exactly what's been happening. For example, take El Salvador. Instead of shutting down crypto or taking control, they instead invested $1.6 billion into building Bitcoin City. You heard that right, a city dedicated to Bitcoin, a place where Bitcoin is integrated into every aspect of life. Or take a look at Dubai. Rather than imposing harsh restrictions on crypto, they established the Virtual Assets Regulatory Authority, creating a clear and supportive environment for digital assets. This has led to a lot of crypto exchanges and blockchain companies setting up shop in Dubai. This is all further proof that some governments see the long-term potential of crypto, not as a threat, but as a new foundation for their economy. Let's look at even more numbers. I guarantee this will probably shock you. Despite regulatory concerns, the global crypto market cap hit $3 trillion in 2021, more than the GDP of many countries. And I'm not talking about small countries. I'm talking big countries, like Spain, like Australia, like Mexico. All of these countries had a lower GDP than the global market cap of crypto in 2021. That's craziness, right? Now, let's take a look around other places on the globe and see what's happening there. Nations like Switzerland and Singapore are leading the change in building crypto-friendly environments. They're not shutting the door on innovation, they're opening it wider. Markets in Crypto Assets, or MiCA for short, is a framework designed to create unified crypto regulations across all of Europe, making it easier for businesses to operate while protecting consumers. As we've said before, the governments aren't trying to kill the industry, they're adapting to it. They're creating the rules for a game that will continue to grow, not shutting it down. And the best part, crypto and DeFi are global. Even if one country tightens its grip, DeFi thrives elsewhere. So what does this all mean for you? It means that waiting for political clarity or regulatory stability is a losing game. The real opportunity lies in acting before the mainstream wakes up. So if you're serious about tapping into this opportunity before the mainstream catches on, while just 0.2% of investors are actively participating in the DeFi markets, well, I've got something for you. We've created a free comprehensive guide that breaks down everything you need to know, from navigating regulations to making your first strategic move in DeFi. And it's free. It's step-by-step. It's beginner-friendly. Just click the button in the top right-hand corner of this video or head to the description below to grab your DeFi guide. Now that government regulation concerns are out of the way, the free guide is your way to successfully break into DeFi and start potentially securing your nest egg from day one. Just click the button in the top right-hand corner of this video or head to the description below. Apart from that, that's all from me for today. Until next time, my friends, all the best, health and happiness.